but Israel starts the war. Donald Trump comes in, a week into it, 10 days into it, and bombs Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. Isfahan is where they have the conversion facility to transform uranium ore and metal to gas and then back again. It has to be uranium hexafluoride gas is what they spin and enrich, and then they turn it back into metal. And they bombed all three of those. And I don't know for certain the extent of the damage, although I did read a report by David Albright, who's a nuclear weapons expert, who talked about they got commercial satellite footage, and he seemed to think that they had done significant damage to Natanz, Fordo, and Isfahan, and all the important nuclear facilities there. So in other words, Donald J. Trump called the Ayatollah's bluff. You say you have a latent nuclear deterrent and I better not attack you or else then you might make one, which he never said that outright, but that was clearly the implication of the Iranian program. All right, well, I'm bombing your program. So now what are you going to do? And, their other bluff was that they would shoot their mid-range missiles at our bases in the Gulf region. In Qatar, we have CENTCOM headquarters at the Al Udeid Air Base there, and our 5th Fleet is stationed at Bahrain. We have tens of thousands of Army soldiers in Kuwait. And they were all essentially hostage to Iranian missiles. But when it came down to it, they didn't dare. That was their bluff. We called their bluff, and they didn't dare. What they do? Trump dropped 14 bombs on them. They fired 14 missiles at Qatar, and they called him in advance and warned him, we're about to fire 14 missiles. Get ready to shoot them down. In other words, a purely symbolic retaliation against the United States. While they're still firing missiles at Tel Aviv, he didn't dare to hit American forces in the Gulf, not this time at least, for probably out of fear of what Donald Trump would do. Now, this is the same Ayatollah who they say can't wait to cause the apocalypse and nuke Israel, even if every last Iranian gets nuked off the face of the earth.